We are back. We got most of the protein cooked last night. We're gonna move on to the fruit, which is kind of a pain, to be honest with you. But I saw this quote by, I think his name is Paul Saladino, and he said, "Convenience is the enemy to your optimal health." And I was like, you know what? That might have some truth to it. So of course it's easier to just go out, buy processed foods and eat that all the time. But I think this is gonna be much better long term. And I'm gonna pretend that I sit here and chop this, but in reality, Megan's probably gonna do it for me. So one of the pros of eating like this is to set a good example for your little ones. We got tons of fruit. Griffin, this is what you're gonna eat when you get a little older. We got tons of pineapple, blueberries. We only ended up cutting 2 packs of the strawberries so they stay a little longer. Then I cooked up some chicken sausages for the last of my protein for the week. But all in all, this will make up the majority of my snacking. Excuse the drool on my shirt, 6-month-old problems, right? So over here, we have got pretty much the entire week of breakfast and lunch, as well as my snacks planned out. So over in these containers, I've got 4 ounces of ground beef. And I will show you guys as the video progresses what I'm actually doing with this, but this is going to be for each breakfast. The reason I have 4 meals is because usually 1 day per week, I have something out of the ordinary. So these will be for breakfast. And then for lunch, I have 8 ounces of ground beef and that cauliflower Mexican stir fry rice that I showed you guys from Trader Joe's. That stuff is super delicious and very, very filling. And then when I'm not eating just protein and vegetables, I'm typically eating fruits. So we have strawberries here, pineapple, we have blueberries, bananas, and apples as well. But this is going to make up the majority of my diet. So tomorrow I'll show you a full day of eating and what we make with these foods. So like the ground beef for breakfast, we'll make an egg scramble. And the reason we don't prep anything for dinner is because we actually make that in real time. That's more of the family gathering. And I think that's gonna be better, especially as we move forward and Griffin gets older and he can join us in those types of things. But when the days are really busy, having food already prepared takes so much stress out of the equation and make sure I'm eating the right types of foods. So if you're not already doing it, I would highly encourage you to do so. It does take a few hours out of my weekend, but I think it's worth it. Moving into the first meal of the day. It's about 7 a.m. right now. I'm gonna be using this ground beef, and what we'll be doing for breakfast is mixing 3 whole eggs, the ground beef, and a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese. It is so delicious. I look forward to this every single morning. If you guys have been following along, I try to minimize any carbohydrate source other than fruits and vegetables until later in the day, which we'll talk about, but more importantly, when you wake up at 4 but delay your caffeine until 7, it just hits different. Try it out. And then you have this beautiful combination of the eggs, beef, and a little cheese. Perfect for the morning time. And of course, I can't eat breakfast without giving Alfie his 2nd or 3rd or 4th breakfast, whatever this is by now. Enjoy, buddy. Now, could I have pre-cooked the eggs and had this whole meal prepped?
Probably. I just don't know that I'm sold on reheating eggs. For the 2 minutes it takes, I think it's worth it just to have that part fresh, given that the ground meat is already made. I just find that this meal keeps me full, gives me energy, tastes great, so it checks all of the boxes that I am looking for. Highly recommend trying it out. And also, check out this nice Movement watch. You're thinking this is sponsored. This is not sponsored. Movement dropped me about a year ago, but I still really like their watches. It's unfortunate. I would still take their money if they'd give it to me. So I usually wait a few hours, and then around 9 o'clock, I will have my second hit of caffeine. This Trader Joe's cold brew is the best cold brew store-bought that you can buy, in my opinion. I've had just about all of them, so I would highly recommend looking for this one. A little bit more pricey, but I think it's worth it. And then all you have to do is get your Peace Sign Select Cafe, the vanilla sweet cream flavor. This has 20 grams of protein and an extra 100 milligrams of caffeine. You'll be feeling great. Mix that in, and it will taste 10 out of 10. You're gonna love it. Use code TRAVIS to save 10%. You'll never go back. All right, so for lunch, we have got the ground beef and the cauliflower rice. And sometimes it's ground beef, sometimes it's turkey, sometimes it's chicken, kind of depends on the week and if I can find anything on sale. But ultimately, this would probably be my favorite. I'm not overly concerned with red meat, even though I have some for breakfast as well. But it's super filling, super delicious, and nice. I could just heat it up and get back to work. Then we move into dessert with none other than pineapple. I eat 3 whole pineapple every single week. One, because it is really cheap if you eat it that way, but also it's delicious. It has digestive enzymes, great micronutrients. It's just an absolute treat. And I know when you get on social media, there's all these people and they're talking about their Benz and their BMWs, and they just think that they are the definition of success. And that's fine for some people, but you know what gives me fulfillment is seeing a refrigerator full of fruit. That is my version of a Benz, and it makes me much happier. Day is winding down here in the next few hours, so I'm gonna have a little afternoon snack to get me through the last hump here. Just a, I don't know, strawberry, blueberry salad, just a big bowl of fruit to make you feel good. I love it. So after the workday is over, I have a private chef that comes over every single night and makes me dinner. Wonder what she's making me tonight. Ooh, looks good. We have a problem, guys. My chef is telling me that the lettuce isn't good.
It's wet and like stinks. Smell it?
No.
I'll make it, but I'm not eating it.
Why would you make it? Well, I guess you're the chef, so you don't really get to eat anyway. We're calling an audible, guys. Rice and chicken it is. So I'm really bummed we're not gonna get to share this one with you guys. This is one of my favorite dinners of all time, but really it's just a salad. What's cool about it though is we add strawberries, apples, and then honey and chicken thighs with a little goat cheese. Definitely try that out. It's a great combination, but Megan is not gonna go for the salad. So even though we called a last minute audible, still a delicious dinner. We've got the chicken thighs. Megan makes these to perfection on the skillet. A little bit of what is avocado oil? Olive oil?
Avocado.
So good. I much prefer chicken thighs over chicken breast. We got the peppers and the white rice. I will take this dinner any day of the week. Another reason why I like to keep it lighter throughout the day is because when things come up for dinner, like what happened tonight, no big deal. And I also like to end off every day with dessert. You guys know I've been on this Ninja Creamy kick. All the kids are doing it on TikTok, and I somehow bought into the hype. Now this entire pint is like 225 calories or something like that. I mean, it is a protein frosty. Highly recommend. Gotta use the peace signs or else it's not gonna come out like that. And as a lot of you already know, I end every single day right here in the sauna, the best investment that I have ever made. But that is a topic for another video. But that's really gonna conclude everything today. I hope this gave you some ideas. Hopefully you got a good idea of how I incorporate certain foods and why I do so. And I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch. I could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'm going to enjoy this sauna session.